Partey. Bellerin! Brilliant! 2-2!
Hector Bellerin, Bellerin, Hector Bellerin. Na, 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 na. Dat is het. Ja.
I'm pissed off already. Kicked off 3 seconds ago.
All right, welcome to the watch along on Say by the Bellerin here on the Sports Talk Live Network. We'll jump right to it. I'm Raphael. I'm joined by Ryan, joined by Sam. We're all sitting back. They're kicking off. Crowd again, gentlemen. Good to have the fans there. That made a difference last time they played.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put out on Twitter. I just hope to see. Oh my god! I hope to see a determined performance by Arsenal, but looking at the first 44 seconds, looks like it's going to be a long night.
Well, I was annoyed straight from kickoff. Aubameyang's gone to press the ball, and everyone's run the other way. So what the hell?
Well, again, it looks like a 3-4-3 for starters, and it looks it's clear from the lineup that the manager's gone back to the tried and the trusted, the veterans, as you will, Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Willian up top, for better or for worse. And here we go. Yeah, you guys are a full almost minute ahead of me. So
I think it's actually a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1.
I think it's 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
But I see Xhaka out there. I see there's Rob Holding. Not getting a lot of joy from the starting lineup. There's Bellerin. These are the same people that we've been abusing for lack of effort. It seems that they're back.
Yeah, this is what I don't get. Like, we play. I know the standard of opposition in the Europa League is a lot less than the Premier League, but give the kids a go. Like, it's Burnley. Like, what have you got to lose, realistically? Playing the same tried and tested players that are constantly failing you week in, week out, it's insanity.
And again, this was a point on the pod. He doesn't have to turn the roster completely on its head, but it seems that some people should be deserving a run out today, and some shouldn't. But it's the same. I think El Neni is the one change in the midfield. So
Maitland-Niles definitely deserves a shot in midfield over Xhaka for me. And I'd put Smith Rowe in as the number 10, even for the first half. If it's not working, sub him out for Lacazette. But for the Lacazette in that position.
If you're Reece Nelson, you have to be wondering, what do I have to do?
He's injured.
I think he's injured at the moment.
Okay. Because again, here's the Willian experiment. I have a hard time finding any value, any positives to it, and yet here he is again.
I don't think he starts if Pepe is available.
And that's true. This is the last match of his suspension, so
it's just a shame, really, because we've really missed him over the last couple of games.
True.
Yeah.
On all three of them, to be honest.
It's unpredictability, isn't it? Really, Willian's really predictable
and slower.
Yeah,
and far less of a scoring threat.
The hell is that? I think Danny Tobias, him just coming up on the screen there, he definitely deserves to be on the bench because he's been terrible. What is that? That ball is hospital.
This is why I don't think Aubameyang can play through the middle, because he really doesn't hold it up very well. How is he running behind us? Chris Wood, of all people, is running behind us.
Oh, let's be honest, it's Rob Holding there.
Fair enough.
Right.
El Neni having a go at Lacazette for not pressing. standard stuff. Oh, he played a 4-4-2 actually. Does look like that. Lacazette is a lot higher than normal.
Reminiscence.
My tweet about Dwight McNeil is going to come and haunt me, isn't it?
Probably.
I literally tweeted about 3-4-1 last weekend, was it actually? I don't see the hype around Dwight McNeil.
I bet he scores an absolute screamer.
Oh yeah, definitely. There just seems no energy in this team. Like they just don't run.
And that's my biggest gripe. I cannot get behind a team that don't work.
Bellerin just literally is incapable of passing the ball forward.
What is Lacazette doing there?
He needs to be playing further forward. Like, if he's in the number 10, he needs to be playing in the number 10, not. It's actually crazy what like one or two people missing does to our team.
Yeah. Do you know who else we've missed? David Luiz at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually mad. That actually says a lot about the defenders we have, to be honest.
True, but again, you think if Partey and Pepe were on the pitch right now, it'd be quite different.
I'd be a lot more confident. The ball needs to be better there, Kieran. That cutback needed to be better. I don't know why. I don't understand why Aubameyang was wide there when he should be in the middle.
It's hard to say, really. I think Arteta wants his striker to be involved, but that just doesn't suit Aubameyang. And with Lacazette, the less said about him, the better, to be honest.
Getting down there left pretty easy. Or right. No, they're right.
Left. Yeah, our left. See, I don't like this where Bellerin tucks into the middle of midfield because he's not good enough, and that's exactly what happens.
But he does that every time. Every time.
And the thing is, like, as it was saying it, Jamie Carragher on Monday Night Football after the Spurs game, defend first, attack second. That's what our fullbacks need to do, first and foremost. But it seems with us, it's attack first, defend second.
And you know, we were talking about this Thursday when Cedric was out there, that it's obvious Cedric is not as gifted, he's not as fast as Bellerin. But if you could put his brain in Bellerin's body, it'd be a very interesting player because he makes, I think you were talking about it, Ryan, he makes the right decisions when he has the ball.
Yeah.
That Hector does not.
I just think Cedric is far more superior technically than Bellerin is. What was all that about?
And then he's pissed.
What I like about El Neni is he cares about the club, and it's obvious. Because whenever we don't play very well, he's one of the first people to say something, like online or whatever.
See, if we can get Aubameyang just a little ball over their defence, there's not a chance that Ben Mee or Tarkowski are going to catch him.
I don't like Ben Mee. I really don't like him as a player and as a person. I remember when he done Wesley from Aston Villa after that challenge. Can we stop playing it short to fucking Hector Bellerin?
What a waste. Honestly, what?
Do we not
I
have a
know-
set piece person now? Like,
Well, that's supposed to be William, isn't it?
no, I mean like an actual coach. Didn't we employ a coach from Brentford?
Oh, yeah, of course we did.
But it doesn't look like we've actually improved in any aspect of taking corners.
Got worse, if anything.
That's a good ball. I'm fed up of watching Willian play the ball short to Bellerin. Bellerin cannot cross at the best of times, let alone first time. Bellerin can't even cross the road, let alone a fucking football.
I'm gonna quote that. I'm gonna steal that. When we change our name, that's gonna be our official reason. Why did you change the name?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Mikel Arteta is absolutely just ripped into someone there and pissed off big time.
Oh, you are terrible, Lacazette.
Oh my life.
That's handball.
That's
Handball.
a great joke. Why is the Bellerin? How is the Bellerin cross the road?
He can't.
He can't. Yeah. Oh,
That's
That's
for
a
a
good
strike.
ball.
Yeah. Is that no? I don't think it's handball, is it?
No. Oh, can we stop this and just put it into the box? We scored the majority of our goals this season through Gabriel doing that.
I'm fed up of watching that little Afro dude. Not saying anything. I'm fed up of Willian already. Like, I'm just fed up of him. Such a waste of money, and he was free.
anything if Betis wants to give us a bag of balls. Oh, I just saw the Lacazette. Okay, I
Actually,
see what you mean.
was that handball?
I think it's gone under the shirt law.
Sure, typical.
Ah, Lacazette, you have one job.
That's it.
You
Press,
think you have
press,
three, but you have
press
one.
the ball.
Oh, yeah. How's he got a free header there? Like, what is that
Where the fuck is Rob Holding?
out on the left wing?
Why is he there? Bellerin, that's Gabriel. That's on Gabriel.
Yeah.
Ooh. I guess that's not handball.
I would be pissed if I was Leno. Because these donkeys are making him look bad.
And he's a whipping boy to begin with. You got all the Emmy fanboys running around.
Look how easy it is to create a chance against us.
Oh, can we stop doing this passing around the edge of the area? Honestly. Not a surprise.
They can't hide from fans today.
Oh, dear God.
Chris Wood, most headed goals since 2017 in the Premier League. Oh, nice touch.
Good running. Good running. You got to play early. You are number 10.
To be fair, though, neither Willian or Aubameyang gave him a decent option. Aubameyang just literally ran behind the defender.
If that's the case, then you play it to space, didn't you, for the other person to run onto?
Would you trust Willian to run onto it?
Well, No, but I trust Aubameyang too. Like, what
But
is
this-
that? Why is he nearly parallel with Bellerin there? He needs to be wide, high and wide. It's blatant. What is that?
Don't forget the cut-ups. I know it's hard.
How is that a foul?
Shouldn't be. Should be a drop ball to us. There we go.
We have to go backwards.
It's actually depressing. I've just taken a photo of this, but it's actually depressing of how empty our midfield is.
It's disastrous, honestly. It's... I genuinely don't know how we can get better.
Well, with these players, I don't think that we can, to be honest.
That's a foul throw. If Bellerin's one last week was, he's literally just threw it to the floor. Rob Holding needs to start fucking seeing if the other team are all right. Just fucking leave them alone. That winds me up. I know it's stupid little things like that, but in Patrick Vieira's day, there's no way he would be going to check if the opposition person was all right.
Mm. That's handball. That's handball. No.
Why is Bellerin shooting from there though?
Well, it's good someone's actually taking responsibility in doing it. Can we actually put the ball into the box, maybe? Oh. Got a Mo.
I feel like I'm repeating everything I said last week.
Well, nothing's changing. There's there's a reason for that.
I sound like a broken record.
To be honest with you, mate, we all do, because it's insanity. Again, what is this? What is this?
Why is Elneny at left back and Xhaka at right back? Like, there's no options in the middle of the pitch. Well, there's no point of the fullbacks going forward if they can't get the ball, because there's no one in midfield to pass the ball up forward. And look where Lacazette is there. Lacazette has had to drop. Oh my god. We're literally wasting Aubameyang's career here.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly the same as what happened with Ozil. We didn't build a team around him and wasted his years here. No, we haven't built a team around Aubameyang. That's a great pass. Oh. Jesus.
Right.
Did you see what Saka just said?
No.
Quicker. passing it around like we're 80 years old. Might as well break out the walking sticks. We actually crossed it into the box.
Nope, don't be silly.
Bellerin, fuck off. Look where our two strikers are, please.
Ooh, that's unlucky.
Ooh. Damn, I think you're like 5 seconds ahead of me.
I think I probably am.
Pretty weird, isn't it?
Mm. Considering I'm off the Sky Q box. Go on. You've got the pace. Oh, that's a great challenge.
I would sign Tarkowski, to be honest.
I like it.
Right-sided centre back next to Gabriel. He's a type of defender that will get stuck in as well, which we've lacked.
If
That pass from Aubameyang needed to be a little bit earlier.
Yeah. If Leno was to go, I'd be looking at Nick Pope all day.
I'm pretty certain when Emmy was first rumoured to be going, I actually said on the pod with Raf, Nick Pope is someone I'd be looking at. I'm going to go back and find it. Can't remember when it was, though. I know it wasn't video anyway.
This is the audio
Yeah,
from the audio days.
yeah, when we were amateurs. Bellerin, bro.
See, this is better pressing, making them have to go back. But the one criticism I would have about this pressing is that it's too singular, not doing it as a team.
Has he actually made us take that again?
Yep.
Pass it. Pass it. I need to take a photo of that. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, Bellerin. It's getting to a point where, like, we have to question Arteta for carrying and playing these people because they're obviously not improving.
The effort is, you're not seeing more energy.
No,
I think it's because they know they're going to be out there.
they're not worried about losing their position. That's the problem.
No. Does Hector ever do anything except cut inside and pass backwards and then chase the play back from once it's turned over 10 yards
Nope.
behind?
You.
Raph, it sounds like you're asking for a bit too much there, mate.
I'm trying to find something.
Right. I'm just gonna drop some pictures into the Discord. Honestly, if we can't beat Brexit Burnley, then we might as well just liquidate. They will get no more money from me, no matter how nice the shirts are or jackets.
Or tracksuits, or jumpers,
Mm.
or retro shirts.
My
It keeps
allegiance.
growing and growing and growing and growing. Yeah, yeah.
I believe Milan's nice about this time of year. What are we doing? Christ. He's not wrong though, because he hasn't got any options going forward because our midfield's fucking hiding.
You can't. Arteta can't stand there and look all fucking angry. This is your fault. Like, it is his fault. Why?
That needs to go. And it goes back. Don't lose it there. Do not lose it there. Well done.
We look devoid of ideas.
Yep.
Who changes the equation? We've been talking about this. You look at your bench today.
Smith Rowe.
Don't even think he changes much in this team.
Well,
as
it
much
gives
as
us
he'll go forward, like creativity wise, yeah, he does that. But he can't make up for fucking Xhaka giving the ball away. Can't make
no,
up
of
for
course
Bellerin
not.
being shit. Why is he not? Aubameyang literally doesn't go for any 50-50s whatsoever.
You gonna pass the ball? Well done. It's got to go wide. Oh, have you missed that? Honestly,
Oh my god!
it is so shit.
He just has to lift it into the top corner. That's all he has to do. That's better.
Handball. I'm just going to shout handball for everything.
See, I hate that shit. That shit pisses me off.
That's handball. It's hit his arm.
It actually has. It annoys me when they go over and like fist bump the other opposition. So stop doing that, man.
Yeah.
They're not your friends.
Oh my! Oh my gosh!
Left that chance.
Yes, of course. One job. You have one job.
He's honestly so shit. Right.
Don't. Saka's pissing me off as well. He's just not the player he was 5 months ago. He may
Is
well
it
be
gone to his
burnt out.
head?
Might be burnt out. How
Like,
has he
I
not
don't
put that in the other
understand.
corner?
Like that chance, I genuinely do not understand how he hasn't opened his foot up. Oh, you should be scoring there, Gabriel. He knows it as well. And that's what haunts us every week. That's what haunts us. Like, we miss easy chances. It's a free header, more or less.
There's been 30 minutes of this game, and it's 30 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. We've had one shot on target. Can you even hear the fans? Like, are they actually making any noise?
I can just hear a bit of groaning through the sound of these headphones.
Well, at least give your tickets to people who are going to go there and support. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
You waited 9 months to watch a Premier League game at home. You don't bother making any noise. Baffling. Me and Sam would have been there fucking doing the lip, wasn't it? Do something with it.
I think they need to hear it.
I think it's probably good that I'm not there, because if Lacazette would have missed that chance, I'd be running onto the pitch, grabbing him, going, "How are you missing that? You're so shit."
You know what Patrice Evra said about Man United? That some of these people need a slap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so do some of these players on this pitch.
Maybe more than a slap.
Rob Holding does the same fucking thing in every game. Just runs into the back of a striker. Just hold your ground. Not difficult. Such a League Two defender. Winds me up.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
No, apparently not. What's going on?
What's doing this? Over is pissed.
I'm so confused. Slap him, Gabriel. Go on. You've built in the favelas. Don't take it from him.
Now, talking about slapping. Is it that one of these guys needs to slap
He's
another one
kicked
in the
out.
red?
Brady's just kicked out at what's her name? At Saka. He should be off.
Got a yellow card for it.
He should be off. He's kicked out at him.
I mean, he doesn't play for Arsenal, and his name isn't Nicola Pepe, so he's not going to get sent off.
Sorry, Raf, going back to your question about who gets a slap.
No. It wasn't that I wasn't saying that I have a lot of players I know who deserve a slap, but I wonder if it's a matter of one of these guys who is pushing should slap another one. A red top should slap a red top and say, "Wake up!" You know, because
Absolutely.
you know some of these guys are fuming.
Yeah.
I'm fed up of having the same conversation about Arsenal every season. It's the same thing, the midfield. How many years can we say the problem at Arsenal's been the midfield?
When did Santi Cazorla first start getting injured?
I
When
mean,
we
even then it
re-signed
was
Santi Cazorla. I'd even take
even then,
a...
our midfield
take-
when Cazorla was here was rubbish because
Yeah.
we had no defensive midfielder. We was playing Matthew Flamini and Mikel Arteta.
Francis Coquelin. Terrible.
I can go back until 2005 is when our midfield was okay. We had Patrick Vieira, Gilberto, Lundberg, Perez.
only we had. I'd literally just take that midfield now. I really would.
It's getting to a point where we're so bad. I'm actually missing a certain player.
No,
No,
no.
you're not. It's not that dire. I mean, it is dire,
You're,
but
you
it's
don't, you don't, you're not, you don't know who I'm going to say.
If you say the O word, you're
No,
getting
no, no.
booted.
okay. You've got
no.
the big T's now. Reveal.
Sam's going to hate me, but I don't care.
No,
I,
no, no.
Say it.
yeah.
You brought it up. You got to say it now.
Just because he
Messi.
scores one goal and everyone thinks he's the dog's bollocks again. No.
I mean, man of the match against Dortmund was last night.
Do me a favour.
We're stuck with El Nene and Xhaka at midfield.
I'd take El Nene over him every day of the week. I actually would.
Oh, the disrespect. Handball, surely. There's only one Matteo.
Ryan, are you day drinking and we just don't know it and you're just hiding it?
3 buttons over, 3 little dots over Ryan's name. Ah, there's the boot button.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See, I don't understand why Leno's going straight to Xhaka there. Just put your foot on it, calm it down, get it up the pitch. Not to a player, preferably that's got someone right up his arse. Ref? Yeah, because that's a foul, yet the other one ain't. Fuck me. Oy.
This is bloodless football.
Right. You just know, just before half time, they're going to get a free kick and get a really wanky headed goal.
Well,
Betcha.
no.
Oh,
They're not
Bellerin's
actually
actually pushed it past someone. Well, nearly. But the idea was there.
God, the bar is so low.
I know.
And I'm not saying that to be snarky. I'm just depressed by that.
Fuck me, man. Honestly,
Like,
I'm fancying my chances if Rob Holding can fucking start for Arsenal Football Club. Do you know that?
yeah.
Even on your bad leg.
Yeah. If Rob Holding and Hector Bellerin can play for Arsenal, so can I. I don't even see them getting into any team in the Premier League. I honestly don't.
Holding, they're getting Newcastle's defence. That's about it.
I don't even know about that. Fernandez and Lascelles are doing pretty well at the moment.
Like, this game, perfect for Saliba, I think.
Said this.
Can you just take him on? Stop going back. Take him on.
Sound like my sister. Oh my God.
Imagine Jay Rodriguez running past you and actually bursting away from you.
It's 2020 and Mohamed El Neni and Granit Xhaka are starting in the midfield for Arsenal. What did we do to deserve this?
Hire Ivan Gazidis. Take him on. This football is so dull, honestly.
Xhaka,
Put the
man.
ball down. It's our time. And this is another thing that pissed me off about these players. They play football like we're 4-0 up. Every time.
Jeez. Not doing the simple things.
See, why is Gabriel the one that sprinted out there? And why is Hector Bellerin?
Playing a centre back.
Yeah.
I can't believe Burnley are coming to our stadium and fucking outplaying us.
I know. Honestly, William. Oh yeah. Sooner Real Betis take him off our hands. Just put some money down on the table. We'll go. Yep. Thanks very much. See you later. Better. Cross it. Better.
How long till January?
Sorry.
3 weeks until the transfer window?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who knows? Bit of relegation belt by then.
Wouldn't surprise me. He's so good at attacking the ball, Gabriel, on a corner. I don't get why we don't cross it more.
Get up, you pussy. James Tarkowski is 6'5", built like a brick house, and it's gone down like
All right, Rob Holding.
Part Mertesacker in the crowd. Looks like he's playing a game on his phone.
Someone's probably gone and texted him and go, per you on TV, put your phone down.
All right, so we have 7 corners and they have none. Have we done anything with any of them?
Gabriel should have scored one of them.
That's true. He missed one, but
as a general, no, we haven't done anything. Could you imagine if this crowd starts booing these players off at half time?
they
I
should.
hope so.
They really should.
They deserve it.
Play him. What a shit ball. You are so fucking shit. Honestly, which version of fucking Thierry Henry?
Which version of Nicholas and Nelka? Wouldn't even put him in the same sentence as Thierry Henry.
Yeah. You know what? I'd actually have Nicholas Bentner over Lacazette right now.
I'd rather Yaya Sonogo, but that's just me.
Yeah, or one and two.
At least Sonogo scored in big games.
Dortmund, yeah. Where's he even playing nowadays? Anyway, Turns.
I had no idea. A wide. So fucking greedy, man.
Get out your feet. Out your feet. Got to go work. Well done. Ah, that's poor.
Right idea.
Mm.
Poor execution. Might as well blow the half-time whistle, bro. Just. Why are you letting Willian take the throw in?
Closest one there.
There we go.
Shows how bad
Our
bad we
midfield
are.
is. Yeah.
That's so bad.
Well, again, he's a new player, right? Partey's barely played because of the injuries. So that's what does that say about the guys who came out, who are still here from the last club? How shit they are.
Mm.
Well, Yaya Sonogo was French.
He is.
Still,
No, he's from Ivory Coast.
Well, he's not had a call up, has he? So he might have changed his allegiance.
Yeah, well, he's a free agent.
oh, that was dismal. All right,
Honestly,
Mikel, get your buggy whip out.
honestly, I don't understand how these players get away with such dreadful performances every bloody time. Like just going through these pictures that I'm currently saving, like there's got to be about 6 or 7 pictures where they're not pressing, they're not in where they should be, or they're hiding.
Okay, that's what you should talk about because you say it a lot, and I know you're right. You're not making it up, but show how they're hiding because it's not just one that's hiding. It sounds like there's a lot that are hiding.
Yeah, if you give me a second, I'll
Sure.
pull one up. Do a quick halftime illustration.
Let's do that.
Main pictures, Burnley, list. Right.
You know, if I weren't doing this, I would have turned this off and gone back on the Xbox.
Yeah, I actually would. Not even bothered. Right. Am I able to share the screen?
I think Lee is. Can he share screen?
Cool. Right. So we've got the ball at the back. Obviously, we've got our two centre backs and Granit Xhaka. We've got El Neni. But look at this big old gap
Cavity, canyon.
all the way over there. And realistically, the only pass Rob Holding's got is either to go long out to the wide over here, a quick pass into El Neni, but that's likely to result in a pass there, and then we go out that way, and then it's the same problems either way. You can do a Hollywood ball out to Kieran Tierney, but people like Lacazette, that's not even in the shot, playing as the number 10, he should be realistically here or here. You need our winger, Willian, to come, or Bellerin, to come offer here. And people wonder why we're not creating chances because our midfield hides. Like, you've got Xhaka, that's supposed to be the winger, here. And then you've got our left back, Kieran Tierney, all the way up here. If you're talking to me that you want to build structure within your midfield, the two people that should be there that are in correct positions are Gabriel, Rob Holding. You would then need El Neni there, Xhaka here, Kieran Tierney back here or covering in this space here. Then realistically from that, you'd want Lacazette floating around this area here. Bellerin would be down here somewhere underneath the taskbar, and Willian on the edge there. Orba is in the correct position, but if you think about it, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players not showing for the ball.
They're not even still.
No, exactly. So how can we realistically build any sort of chance where we've got a non-existent midfield? And this isn't the first example of this. There are multiple, but if you want to see that, you need to sign to our Captain Tiers Patreon, and you'll get at the final versions at the end of the game. Quick little promo there.
I walked past the kitchen and he was like,
but ultimately, it's not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. And as we've always said on the show, the problem with this club is our midfield.
Yeah, but and I'm looking at a statistic right now, Sam. It's at 67% possession, but that says nothing about the quality, the danger of the possession. As you said, that's a very toothless possession.
Yeah, obviously we've had from chances this game, we've had 3, I'd say 2 top quality chances and 1 half chance. The Gabriel header, top quality one, should have scored.
Lacazette
got pulled back, should have scored. The half chance again is Lacazette trying to do a scissor kick, but you've still got to do better in that position for a person of that so-called talent. Should be at least connecting with the ball. Should at least be connecting with the ball there instead of, well, just fluffing it really. But I don't know. It's looking more promising than what it has done. But ultimately, we need to get the ball in the back of the net.
But when you have so many players out of position, what do you got? I mean, how do you rectify that if you're the manager?
Well, you need to drill into these players. These are the set positions that you should be in. These should be the zones of the pitch that you should be in. It's again down to the players, their mentality and hiding. I don't understand what Xhaka's doing. Like he comes out and covers the fullback when they're up high, but that works in a 3-4-3, because realistically you're going to be having somebody drop back so you can have that cover in midfield. But in this formation, if we're looking to build, the 2 need to be in front of the back 4. It's not rocket science, and it just goes to show what poor game management from Granit Xhaka. Because you look at El Neni, he covers that middle of that centre area of the pitch, but Granit Xhaka nowhere to be seen. He's always in the fullback position. Like it's. He just pisses me off. Well,
you put your finger on something there, but we talk about this constantly on during these watch-alongs, during the telestrations, during the pod, off the pod, in the group. This is a constant. Okay. Let's talk about two players who are I want to say in the in-between. All right, as you said, Granit Xhaka has played in the past at center back when they had real injury problems. And you've talked about this, and he kind of saved them a little bit in some matches. But you did a telestration 2 matches ago, I think it was in the Leeds match, where you showed the back line all set up. That there was a situation where our back line was all where they should be, and Xhaka, who should have been in front of them, was actually behind them and was playing because he was out of position, was playing the team striker into an onside position, and Leeds almost scored from that. They got a nice ball across the box that fortunately nobody tapped in. That's a game where Arsenal got a point, a kind point. But the point was, again, here's somebody who it seems like when there's pressure, he reverts back and he doesn't need to play a role. There's already defenders there. He should be playing his role. But we talk about this with Lacazette. It's kind of, he wants to be a 10 and he wants to be a 9, and he ends up being neither. And you see the same thing, and it's right in the middle of the park where they need so much outlet and they need so much room. You have two players who can't seem to settle. It's, again, when you one or the other, they're none. So as you point out, there is this canyon, there's cavity in the middle of the pitch, and it's terrible to watch.
I think effectively, if you're going to be playing Granit Xhaka and Lacazette, you're effectively starting with 9 players on the pitch because they're passengers, the pair of them.
You have 3 substitutions. Okay. Where do you begin? If that's a remedy, where do you begin? Having seen this half of football. Ryan, where will you begin with this?
It's not very often. I'm at a loss for words.
What's your first move?
I don't even know.
It's telling that you're having a hard time.
I just don't want to put that much pressure on Emile Smith-Rowe. He's just come back from injury and he's only young, and we're pinning our hopes on him coming on and creating more chances than some of the best number 10s in the world in one game.
But wouldn't it be better if you had an overwhelmed or slightly starstruck number 10 rather than the non-10 you're getting right now? At least he gives you a chance. I'm looking at Lacazette. It's like I expect nothing from this because, again, he's not a number 10. He hasn't shown me at any point in the season that he except no, it wasn't him. It was Ceballos that was in the Liverpool match. It wasn't him.
I don't even know who we got on the bench. That couldn't come on and change the game.
We've got on the bench. We've got Danny Ceballos, Runnison, Maitland-Niles, Mustafi, Willock, and Katia Smith-Rowe.
Is Willock your option?
I mean, it brings legs and energy into the middle, but again, the end product isn't there yet.
Sam, where do you turn? You got to make a move where you need some. They need some spark and they need some options. Who could provide that? I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for a buildup. There's no buildup here, and I don't see how leaving the same people out there is going to change that.
No, I think the first change I would make is Xhaka for Maitland-Niles. I would then take Lacazette out.
Who would you put in that spot?
I'd take Lacazette out and put Smith-Rowe in. And then my last change, around about 65, 70 minutes, I would put Aubameyang out on the left, take Willian out, put Bukayo over to the right, and put Nketiah up top. They are the moves that I'd make.
Does Mikel really have anything to lose at this point? I mean, it's clear These guys, he keeps pushing them and pushing them and pushing them, and we keep saying he doesn't want to burn out the kids. But these guys keep rolling zeros, just goose eggs, no points, no chances. Something's got to give.
Yeah, I just don't know, ref. To be honest, obviously we all know that Mikel's taken these players as far as he physically can because they're just dreadful. The majority of this team, like if you're taking the spine of the team out, you need to replace at least 6 players, at least.
True.
In that first team. But here we are. No half-time subs by the looks of it. Hopefully we can nick the 3 points.
I'm baffled. Why is Xhaka on the halfway line when we're kicking off?
I know. Yeah.
Dispossession or possession? Dispossession. At having the ball taken away or taking it away?
I don't understand how we're getting outplayed by Burnley. It's an actual joke.
Do you know what actually annoys me sometimes? When other managers go, oh, you know the quality they have.
We're just taking
Yeah,
the
no,
piss.
we don't have any. Kenny, all right? Just get up, bruv. I'm almost certain I can't have the Lakers and Arsenal win at the same time. When Arsenal were good, the Lakers were bad. When the
Now
Lakers
the Lakers are good and Arsenal's dreadful.
yeah.
Well, can the Lakers go
Yeah,
back to being shit?
Well, they got the 2 best players in the world now, so probably not.
Hello, relegation.
So, no, it probably would be a bad thing to get all these fair weather fans that disappear.
Yeah.
Might be able to get a season ticket then as well.
Oh dear. No. See, why isn't Lacazette backing him up then? He's just standing there admiring the header. Go, oh yeah, I made a headed pass. Just stand here.
I'm fed up of seeing the ball with Leno.
I'm fed up of seeing Xhaka running back in as a third centre back. Oh my god, what are you doing? What our players have just got an inability to play a simple 5-yard pass to fucking each other. It's honestly so bad.
We just need one of those wins, the lucky bounce or something, just to get us going again. Because you could tell the confidence is really low.
Mm.
And it's not going to get better in Europa League when people say, "Oh, we've won in Europe." Well, none of these players have played in there. Think about it. None of these players started on Thursday.
Started in any of the matches, really.
El Neni did.
El Neni did.
With the main players,
I'm not even going to bother taking photos of Xhaka vacating our midfield because it's bloody evident every time.
Oh, we've got an attack here.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh.
Like, Kieran Tierney needs to be our captain. Like, Lacazette, why are you asking for the ball, mate? You would have blazed that right over the skies.
I feel sorry for people that have actually gone and watched this.
All in all, going up to Arsenal, ticket included, would cost me about 120 quid. And I'm not willing to lose 120 quid to watch this shambles.
Yeah, it don't cost me that much, to be fair.
Oh, no, I'm talking about with food, beers, and all that included.
Oh,
well, at least we're getting shots on target. That's all I can say.
crossing to Aubameyang again.
Yeah. They are soft. Oh, what are we doing? Rob Holding, why aren't you reacting?
Did I just watch William bottle a 50-50 there?
Yep.
With Dwight McNeil.
Hmm.
Unbelievable, Jeff. No. Reece Nelson, when he's back, he needs to play.
Mm-hmm. Right turn.
Absolutely.
Come on. Out to William. Get in the box. Oh, for fuck's sake. Any other team that goes in. Any other team that goes in. But it's a lot better.
Should have scored. I'm sorry, but oh no, we've played another corner short. Why am I not surprised? I can't imagine a new guy that does the corners and throw-ins or whatever he does is happy with this.
No. I can't wait for the day we actually get a right back that doesn't think that he's a central midfielder. I'm fed up of seeing Bellerin in the middle of the midfield, dallying on the ball, not knowing what the fuck to do with it.
Take him on, Tierney. He's put a good ball in again, and yet there's no one there.
It's been true all year.
Oh my god. Did you see it earlier? The Daily Cannon? I don't know what their sources are, but they said Arsenal are willing to sell Xhaka for 25 million in January.
Oh, yes, please.
Please, yes.
If that's the case, then they must be pretty confident on getting somebody else through the door.
Well, it's necessary. I mean,
So yellow. Stopping the counter attack.
See, if the referee actually did his job there and gave him a booking, he wouldn't be able to do that again because he'd be on a yellow card. But now they just keep out wide. Should have played that to Tierney. I know he's annoyed that he hasn't scored in a while, but
that's unlucky, to be fair.
Is it?
Well, I'm talking about the deflection, not dropping in. It was just wide. Out to Tierney. Don't be a dickhead. You take too long. Go
He
on.
should have done that straight away.
Yeah. Great ball.
We're causing trouble, mate. That's what's happening. Not many shots on goal, but causing issues.
This is more like it. Right.
I'm just seeing everyone ripping Lacazette onto. I hate playing Burnley, man. Honestly, I feel like we just need one goal that just kickstarts everything.
Yeah. One goal from open play, even though I'll take a penalty right now. Play him. Play over. So blinkered. One more.
Jesus, how does it not just fall to any of our players in the box?
Oh, obligatory Xhaka card. Fuck off, Xhaka, you dickhead. He's off.
Who is?
Xhaka's off. He's just throat punched the fella.
No.
He'll be off. Xhaka will be sent off in a minute.
Why does he do this shit? The referee should just book everyone and leave it at that.
He's just been given a yellow. I'd imagine it'll worse and then go to VAR.
He didn't want to shoot there. Lacazette. Square in the middle of the box and let it dummy him.
Oh, look who's coming on. Fucking hate this geezer.
If he scores, I'm chucking my laptop out the window.
Who's coming on?
Ashley Barnes.
Oh dear.
They're checking VAR, are they?
Yep, he's off.
Oh, mate.
Yep, Xhaka's getting sent off. 100% guarantee it. How can you be that pissed off about you making that foul? Like, honestly.
He's sending him off.
Yeah, 100%.
Is he?
Yep. Yep, there he goes. Fucking donkey. Absolute donkey. Fucking dickhead. And he wonders why people get fucking pissed off with him. What you gonna do is swear at the fans again? Twat.
He committed the foul. I don't understand this.
He should never be in a fucking Arsenal shirt again. Never a fucking again.
But that's Pepe and Xhaka in the last 2 or 3 weeks that have got sent off for stupid shit like this. He literally doesn't need to do that.
He made the fucking foul. Like, that's what I don't understand. He's made the foul. Fuck me. I swear, if we didn't have to do this stuff afterwards, I'd be turning this off right now, honestly. Fucking bollocks of it.
Well, let's see here. He will now he's now not eligible to come back until Brighton. Last match of the calendar year. So I think you're right. I mean,
If I'm Lacazette, Lacazette's just been brought off for Ceballos because obviously we're a man short in midfield.
I'd be following him down the tunnel, smashing the shit
I
out
would
of
be
him.
fuming. I'd be going down.
I'd be going down there and smashing the shit out of Xhaka. I really would.
If I was Arteta, I'd be chasing him down the tunnel, asking him what the fuck he's playing at. If he's not sold in January, I want an inquest. I've had enough. I used to be a big Xhaka fan, but after the last 3-4 weeks, it's an absolute joke. Now we have to play against Burnley with 10 men.
And we was on the
goal
up.
was coming.
We was on the up. This
Yeah,
is the
the goal
thing.
was coming.
Fuck's sake.
Well, you know, that's the same thing when Pepe took his red card. We were on the up. It was 5 minutes into the half. We were putting pressure on in a 0-0 draw, and then they get themselves sent off.
You know what? The Pepe one, I can kind of get because that Alioski has been grinding at him for like first half, second half, and that. Yes, it was stupid, and no, I'm not making any excuses for him, but I can get it. That
Are you going to book him? That's the third one he's done.
I cannot make any excuses for because that is plain out and out stupidness. He has made the foul. He's made that foul, and how is he reacting like that? He's tapped in the head.
I'd cancel his contract. I'm not even joking.
He's
I would
a
actually
fucking
contribute.
liability.
I would give a month's wages of my own just to cancel his contract.
Guy's a
Had enough.
fucking liability.
I hate Sean Dyche as well. Dickhead. We're not going to score now, are we? Because let's be real though, Xhaka should have probably been sent off against Spurs.
Yeah.
And he should have been sent off the game before that. It's lucky that these are probably just wanting Christmas off. We've had 7 red cards under Mikel Arteta. That can't be. That's not right.
It is.
No,
No, I mean, like, it's not
David Luiz.
right. Like,
Oh, right. Yeah, you get it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll get the context on what you're speaking now.
yeah. Not that it's the wrong.
The same players,
Yeah.
though.
I think David Luiz has had 3 of them. Xhaka's had one. Aubameyang's had one.
And
Pepe
Ketia
had
had
one.
one. It's kind of
Ketia had one.
unfortunate.
I don't think Eddie's was
And
a
then
red
Pepe
card.
had one.
Yeah. Does this referee have his cards for the other team, or is it just our players?
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Anyone. That would
Yeah.
be a dream.
I would. I don't think he's worth 60 million, but I'd pay it just to get rid of fucking Xhaka. Oh, I'd love him.
I think he's a bit of a disciplinary liability as well. I've seen him for Dortmund. Not pretty.
Smash that across.
There's no one in there.
Oh no.
I feel like we play actually better without Xhaka, to be honest. You know that?
We actually are.
Or William.
Frees up some space. What are they doing?
Now we're gonna have to play without Partey and Xhaka against fucking Chelsea.
Yeah, I might be ill or away for that game, lads.
Is it? Who do we have?
We have Southampton next.
No, Xhaka will be back before Chelsea then, because we've got.
Well,
Southampton,
we've got City in the cup.
City Cup.
Yeah, so he'll miss that.
I'm not overly fussed if he misses City.
I'm not overly fussed if he misses any game, but here we go.
I'd never want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again. I really don't. Really don't.
I gave him a chance after his fucking meltdown, like, because I know the abuse he gets online. But then he does this kind of shit, and it's like, well, you can't have it both ways.
If he thinks he's not getting any abuse online today, then fuck me, he's an idiot. He'll get absolutely
He shouldn't even look
battered.
today.
If I was him, I'd hire someone just to literally go, all my DMs, delete them. Because he will get absolutely battered. Not condoning it, because you shouldn't do that. But when he does shit like that, he brings it on himself.
Strangely enough, though, the 5 minutes he's been gone, we're playing like we're man up.
Yeah. You know why? Because we're moving the ball quickly through midfield.
Yep.
Saka as well. Like, what? It's like he's nervous of playing football.
The sooner Martinelli's back, better. And I'm
As I
afraid
said to you that day, like,
Yeah.
risking him now, risking his long-term future, his career, to help us in the moment now is not worth it. Whatever we're
unfortunately,
going through now,
I think that's gonna happen, unfortunately.
I don't even see him improving us, really. Only in the intensity, but if he
Yeah,
can't
but
create chances, he's not going to score.
No, but I think even with the intensity, that rubs off on other people and it brings other people in. Go on, Orba. Oh!
Listen, I'm interested to see how Arteta handles Xhaka's red card after the game, because he called Pepe out like that. I want to see the same for Xhaka.
Xhaka's worse. Because, as you've said,
Oh, Rob Holding, what are you doing? Fuck me, he's such a poverty defender. Christ.
Woo. Yeah. Was it Chip?
What's Leno done to his elbow, by the way? He's had that heavily strapped for the last couple of weeks.
Having a dive so much.
I've watched Saka do the same thing 4 times in a row. Brother, it's not working. Stop it.
Big challenge. Well done. That is not a foul. Fuck me, ref. It's a contact sport.
And a yellow card. Are you serious?
Is this geezer fucking on drugs or something? Okay, he didn't get the ball, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll allow that by the referee, but I want same energy referee for their players. Apparently Bellerin's out for the next game now. Accumulation of yellow cards.
Good, because he's not getting back in the fucking team now. About time. A reason to stop playing him.
I honestly thought he was going to put that in his own goal there. You said you watched Bellerin's clearance. I honestly thought he was heading that top bin.
Oh my god.
Bellerin on fucking Ashley Barnes. Are we dumb? Are we actually dumb?
Can I just say, Bukayo Saka is in our 6-yard box.
What is this? VAR can't get involved, so the ball wasn't kicked.
This is what I mean about Tarkowski. He's a bitch. Oh my god, that's going to be a penalty.
It can't be. The ball wasn't in play. The ball weren't in play.
He's pushed him in the face.
Yeah, but the ball's not in play. It's still the corner. It's still the corner. They can't give a penalty for that because the ball's not in play. The ball was in play.
He's going to give a penalty. It's against Arsenal. We need to know this now.
Violent conduct. Violent conduct.
By who?
El Nene.
If we go down to 9 men, I say so. What, a yellow card, is he?
Yeah, he's giving him a yellow. But it can't be a penalty. It cannot be a penalty. The ball's not in play. If the ball was kicked at the time, then yeah, fair enough. Fuck off.
Did they call it?
Oh, these cunts, honestly.
Oh, he did the same fucking thing with 2 hands. Oh my god. I don't think so. I think he just. No, that's no.
This comes off
that's
Aubameyang.
Yeah, he hasn't touched the ball yet.
Well, Aubameyang's just scored an own goal, so...
Dear God.
Well, finally, Bellerin's off, fucking useless prick. I've had enough, man. I've had enough of this team and these players. I've actually had enough. It's the same thing every single week.
That's okay. I mean, all of them played like
Yeah.
shit. All of them.
Arteta
All of
just
them.
looks
You're the big
like
money guy.
Arteta looks clueless on the sideline. He's like, imagine fucking losing to Burnley at home. Have we even won
Imagine
a home
getting
game
crushed
this year?
by Villa at home. You know?
I can't remember the last time we won a home game.
Have we won a home game? I
Oh,
think we
no, we
won
beat-
one.
Yeah.
Because we beat Fulham and we beat United. Well, Mikel, these are the players you keep starting who you shouldn't start, who are doing this to you.
You know what I'm generally worried about? The club will actually sack Arteta for these fucking dickhead players' inability to actually perform.
I don't think they will, but again, this is partly on him. It's like, why we were talking about this before all of this happened. Why are you playing Xhaka? You know, why are you playing Willian? These are guys who let you down week after week after week. Do this, you know, clearly aren't tuned you out, and you keep rolling them out there. Well, now you have no choice but to play those kids you should have been playing in the first place. Because who's letting him down?
Who's actually doing right by him at right now is more the poignant question.
Well, there's not many. Gabriel, I guess. Hello.
Like, if they're going to go down like little bitches, play it at their own game, get the cheap free kicks. We're down to 10 men for crying out loud.
Catch the fucking thing.
You know, Jacob made a point. I think well, the Xhaka's lucky that he's playing in a stadium with 2,000 rather than a full stadium.
I'd be waiting outside the stadium for him.
Well, that's the thing. If there was 60,000 in there, he'd need armed guard to get home. I'm not joking.
I want us to get relegated at this point. Maybe I'll kick some sense into fucking owners. Hold him, bruv. Listen to the call. I heard that.
What do we do next? Fucking liquidate. That's what we fucking do next. Fucking hell.
He just looks so devoid of anything. Energy, like wanting to play football.
Cohesion. There's no cohesion. There's no communication.
I swear to God, if I live closer to London Colney, I'll be waiting out there every day to fucking berate these pricks as they drive in and from training every fucking day.
What is the point of the long pass every fucking time?
If we somehow get to January outside of the relegation zone, I'll be surprised. I'm not even joking. Go on. Right, we need to get in the box now. Orba. Great ball. Donny. Right. What sort of argument is that? It is what it is. Right. After that.
The board literally now have to go, I want to get rid of the players over the manager. They have to think now, like they have to get rid of players over the manager.
Yeah. The manager is not the issue. The players.
Leno and Partey. You got that's it. And Pep, I don't know. I guess Pepe, but well, he's young. There's no reason to get rid of him. But that doesn't mean you continue to rely on him because he's regressed in this season. Takes the pressure off of him. But everybody with any age who's not going to be here for a turnaround is gone. So that means, I mean, that's a big list. They can't in January. I mean, they might be able to send out a couple. I mean, again, if Willian, I would announce Willian tomorrow if I could. Like, say to Betty's here, just take him. I want a pound for him. Just get him off our hands. You signed him on a free. Just get rid of him. And as for Xhaka, if they can take 25, if somebody's willing to offer 25, I grab that with both hands.
I'll take a packet of fucking sweets right now.
Well, that's the thing. This idiot just, what if they had 25? They're not going to get it tomorrow because of this idiot, what he just did. Oh, they're German teams that'll take him. Ceballos, now don't extend him. He's gone. All the old, I mean, whether they expire now or not, Mustafi, Socrates, they're gone. Anybody who wants Rob Holding can have him.
Mm.
Callum Chambers is back. I mean, I don't care if he's just back from an ACL. He can't be any worse than what Rob Holding's been the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, on that argument, then you put Saliba in, surely.
Yeah. Who else? Well, El Neni, because you keep him because you need bodies, but you can't get rid of all of them at the same time. But it's time for the big clear out. But in the meantime, play the kids, you know. This is sabotage. I mean, that's what this is. This is sabotage. What Xhaka did. Well, no. I mean, keep those that handful of players who you can count on. But again, you know, I don't care if Cedric is not as talented as Hector. I mean, Hector just keeps doing the same stupid things over and over and over again. He can sit too.
No, Oba.
Well, it's so typical that they're losing and they actually scored for once, but for the other club.
Positive note, there wasn't any foul throws.
But you know what? This is the same thing that Guendouzi did, and it got him a ticket out. Should get Xhaka a ticket out. Oh dear. Yeah, but you know, it was a year ago. When was it, Sam? It was almost exactly a year ago when the whole armband bullshit happened. So Never mind and then this year, as you said, there's been 2 or 3 other matches that he easily could have been red carded out of. So no, he threw it down. He got mad because he was being booed off the pitch and he was being subbed out, and he took his armband off and threw it on the ground and stomped on it on his way off the pitch. Well, he's a hothead, so let's go. Come on. They've had a lot of really injury time 1-0s against this club. Snag a goal here and just go away. Well, they're a park the bus club. Ugh.
Yeah. And with the players that we've got compared to players like Man
He
City,
doesn't
it's
have
just
the
not
talent
going to
to pull
happen.
it off. He's got one.
Very. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just typical of our luck as well, man, honestly.
Oh.
I really hope they're booed off the pitch. They
Yeah.
need to hear it.
Massively.
They've gone away
What's
with it
he
after the
doing?
last few weeks.
I
There's
think
been
the
no
only
fans.
the only one that, well, I'll say the only 3 that can come out of this with any sort of saving grace is El Neni, Gabriel, and Tierney.
Hmm.
The rest of them fucking dreadful.
Why is Gabriel up front?
Somebody's got to go to the goal. Our strikers aren't doing it. Oh. Ugh.
No, don't you fucking dare.
Again, Tarkowski is on the floor. The guy is 6'5", and he's on the floor more.
Well, to be fair, his keeper did just completely.
I don't give a fuck.
Actually, no, he didn't. Orba should have called Gabriel for that.
wanna say I'm sorry.
That's my mood right now. You can fuck off.
I feel you, mate.
What, off the line?
Just got to go back in. Oh, fuck's sake, Danny. Well, that's that shit show done with. How are the fans clapping them off after that shower of shit? Honestly. How are they clapping them off? Fucking fair weather pricks.
Okay.
I don't even know if I can.
Nothing more than what we've already said privately. All right, here we go. We're live. Okay, well, late in the match, you were watching, you saw a fan cut to the stands. There was a Arsenal fan with his mask pulled up over his eyes. He couldn't bear to watch. We feel you. We feel you. Arsenal continues to plumb for the depths, and they haven't hit bottom yet. And it seems that they're dead set on finding new bottoms today. 1-0 loss in the most frustrating of perhaps all of these horrible results, because they did it to themselves. 0-0 at the half, another tepid, bloodless, kind of aimless first half. But came out, gentlemen, with some real little buzz at the beginning of the second half. First 5-10 minutes were really pressing Burnley. Seemed that they might find a solution. And then in the 58th minute, Xhaka loses his head, goes in and commits a foul just on the Burnley half of midfield. Words are exchanged with a player. He reaches in, compounds his foul by grabbing the player around the neck, throwing him down. VAR, he's given a yellow card. VAR reviews it, of course, finds that he is guilty of violent conduct. He gets a red card. Arsenal are down to 10 men, and to really rub salt in the wounds, Burnley's goal comes off an own goal, Burnley corner. Aubameyang's trying to clear it and heads it backwards into his own goal. Ryan, I don't know, where do we begin with this? Or can we begin with this?
The only thing I can say is blow it up and start again, because it's getting worse. It's honestly just getting worse and worse every game. The ill discipline from the players. You see, it's literally a few minutes after Xhaka gets sent off for putting his hands in the face of another player. And then he's doing it out of corner kick. I just don't get half of these players. Like, they're all brain dead. I'm assuming they're brain dead. Hopefully now, Xhaka is suspended, Bellerin suspended, and we can finally see other players getting a chance who deserve it instead of the same favourite players being picked every week, performing to a dog shit standard. 2 out of 10 performances every single week. It's just not getting better. So hopefully now we see Cedric or Maitland-Niles, we see Sabas and El Nene in midfield with a Willock or something, because quite frankly, I'm fed up of these players. I never thought it would come to me saying I don't want to watch Arsenal Football Club at the moment. And that's hard. It's hard for me to say something like that.
Sam, we look at the window, we count down to the window, and yet for me, this window, all I can think of is I'm making a list of players I want to go out. I don't really want any gifts so much as I want a lot of returns. I want players put in a box and shipped somewhere else.
Well, for me, I think the players that need to go, Granit Xhaka first and foremost. Never want to see that dude in an Arsenal shirt again. To be perfectly honest with you, I think the majority of them need to go. I cancelled Danny Ceballos' loan because he's done absolutely nothing for us this season. Like Kolasinac, pointless. He's not here, not playing. Pointless being here. The majority of that back line needs to go. As Ryan said, we need to give the youngsters a chance now. Like these so-called pros are putting in dreadful performances. Lacazette, dreadful. With his chances today, if they fell to a person that can actually finish their dinner, 3-1 game, maybe 3-2 if they buried the one in the first half. But again, it's falling to people that literally are so shit at what they're supposed to be expertised in. And for me, that game right there sums up everything that is wrong with Arsenal. We spoke about at half time, the massive void in the middle of the park, the attacking quartet hiding. You get that absolute idiot, Granit Xhaka, grabbing somebody by the neck after he's committed the foul. I said to you at the time, is he tapped or something in the head? There is no explanation for that reaction. And it comes at a time where we're on the up, where we look like we're actually going to score. And then he does that. The kids need to play from now on in. These pros have let every Arsenal fan down, and enough's enough of them. The majority of this team need to go. I think probably need about 400 million to fix Arsenal's problems right now. And I say 400 million because if you're going to do that, try and do that in January, you overspend. You overspend and go and get who you want, who you need. Because quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of watching these half-assed idiots fucking destroy our club. They've let us down under 3 different managers. 3 different managers. They're letting us down every time. Enough's enough. Done with them.
And you took it from me. I just think back, we thought it couldn't get any worse than it was last November, early December under Emery. It's the same people. I mean, there's one significant player who's different from that lineup to this one, and that is Gabriel, who is one of those few, that small handful who are playing every week, really putting in a smart effort, a solid effort, a lot of energy. Okay, let's a quick turnaround. And they're playing the club on Wednesday. They're going to play Southampton. Opposite Southampton, normally where Arsenal is, Southampton are sitting 3rd in the table right now. It's time for turnover. Ryan, who do you put out on the pitch 3 days from now to try and start some kind of turnaround?
If I say what I'm thinking, I don't even think I'll get 11 players. If I'm being honest, I can't.
But you've got to put out 11. Who do you put out?
I'd put Sammy in goal. I'd put me up front. No, I'm joking. Obviously, you'd have to have Leno in goal. Tierney, Gabriel, and if I ever
Who's on
see
the right side?
Rapaldi,
You got to. Well, we know that Bellerin's out. His yellow card now, accumulated yellows means he misses a match. So are you going to play 3 at the back, or you can put Cedric at right back?
I'm putting Maitland-Niles at right back.
Okay. Who's between Gabriel and Maitland-Niles?
Callum Chambers.
Callum Chambers. Okay.
Yeah. Midfield. This is where it really gets tough because we have no options. Because Xhaka is I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
But he's out. He's not available.
Yeah. Who do we even? Oh, it's going to be Elneny, Ceballos. Who else is there?
You use Willock? You got to use a kid. You use Smith Rowe?
Smith Rowe. I'd go Smith Rowe. I'd play Nelson on the left. I'd play Pepe on the right. And I'm dropping Aubameyang because I've had enough of him as well. I'd play Nketiah. I know it's not Aubameyang's fault before people start jumping on me.
Pepe's back, so you've got that.
Yeah. I would have dropped Aubameyang purely for the fact he needs to know there's other people coming for his spot, and he needs to up his work rate.
Okay. Now, do you think there's always what you want versus what the manager wants? So this is a different question. I'm not going to put you on the spot. Do you think, though, because he seems dead set on giving Willian every possible start, that he's going to put him in the center at the 10, where he had Lacazette today?
If he plays Willian at the 10, I'll be fuming. I'll be absolutely fuming. I would turn the match off. I won't even watch it. Because if Willian plays another game right now for Arsenal Football Club, I am so mad at certain players just because of their experience and the way they're letting us perform right now. You've got Xhaka, Willian. You can say Rob Holding is experienced. He's 26 now. He's played enough years at Arsenal. Bellerin. And Lacazette as well. These players, they're just shambolic. They're just letting us perform like this at Burnley at home. Burnley at home. We haven't lost to Burnley at home in 10 years? And you're allowing them to come to our stadium and outplay us. The Brexit Burnley, the people that don't play football, who have a chant called anti-football. I'm sorry, I'm fed up of all these experienced players making the same mistake every week. I sound like a broken record because I say the same thing every week. Oh, Xhaka's done this wrong. Bellerin's done that wrong. Holding is terrible running backwards. It's just not going to get better until Arteta says, you know what, fuck all of you, and drops all of them. Okay, it's just going to be the same thing every week. And I'm sorry for being negative. I'm not usually like this, but I've had enough.
All right. His hands are very limited in certain respects, but Sam is that kind of a blessing in disguise that he now has no option to put out Bellerin. He has no option to put out Xhaka. And those are 2 of the players that we've looked at and said things have to change. Who do you put in those positions? Again, Ryan made a lot of changes. We talked about the right side of the defense, and he's made it clear. He said, I need 6 players. And we know where they are. He's talking about the right side of his back line. He's talking about 2 midfielders. He's probably talking about a left winger. So that's 5 players. But given who he has, 3 days from now, who do you put in those positions? With Nicola Pepe coming back.
I'd go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the right back. I put Saliba in as the right centre back. Left side is sorted. I'd put in Miguel Aziz in for Granit Xhaka.
You're really going with the kids here.
Yep, because I'm not being funny. If you're good enough, you're old enough. We ain't got nothing we've got nothing left to lose now. To be perfectly honest, let the kids step up, grab their chance, and I would probably go Smith Rowe in as the number 10, or if you don't want Aziz to be in a deeper position, put him in as number 10 and put Willock in as the deeper line player.
You have El Neni behind them? Who's
Yeah.
behind them? Okay.
Yeah, El Neni. The right has to be Pepe. The left, I'd put Aubameyang back on the left. And
So who gets the call up top? And Ketia, are you going to really go with the kid and bring Balogun in there?
I'd say Balogun. He gives us more. I feel that he gives us more than what Eddie does. Eddie's very good at going in behind, but if the game isn't going that way, he's not effective in my opinion. And I think if Balogun can hold the ball up, he's strong as we see in the last game. He's got that eye for a pass. He'll drift out into different attacking positions. It's something that we need to do because it's getting beyond stupid now with these so-called pros. Now, not being funny, with every loss these pros get, I'd be fining them half their wages. Every loss. They'll soon butt their ideas up. Every loss. You lost again. Shit performance. That's half your wages back into the club. Why should we pay these lot fucking nearly, what is it? More over $1 million?
They should be paid for red card for getting red carded matches they can't play because they lost their head. At least I think.
Just that red card is a joke. I said to you in the watch along, the Pepe one you can kind of get because Alioski's been at him all game. There's no excuse for losing your head in that situation, but in that, if you've played football, you can kind of understand it. But that's a joke. Granit Xhaka's red card today is a joke. He has made a foul. He has then proceeded to get up, have a verbal, fall over of his own accord, get up and grab someone by the neck. So-called leader in the dressing room. I hope the majority of that dressing room have piled down the hallway into the dressing room and punched the living shit out of him, to be perfectly honest. Guy should never be in an Arsenal top again. Never.
Well, and this is the sign, I think, of the problems, the deeper lying problems in the club. I'll bring it back to you, Ryan, because let's remember, this is the guy the club voted captain last year. The players voted him captain. So that, to me, that's a sign of a real disease in the dressing room.
And it all comes down to what Sam said before, the mentality of these players. They're all weak. None of them are leaders. And the only person that shows a glimpse of leadership ability, oh, you're the captain. That's what happened with Xhaka. As soon as Ramsey, Koscielny, Monreal, Czech all left, Ozil's been frozen out. The first person that showed a little bit of grit and determination, the sliver of it, oh, you're the captain. You're the captain of this club. And it's a shambles because anyone in this team wears the armband in this team, and it means absolutely nothing. I remember growing up watching Tony Adams and Patrick Vieira being captains of this football club, and they was respected by absolutely everyone. I don't see any respect for any of these captains in this team.
Just to interject as well there, it wasn't just them two on the pitch that were the captains. You'd say 90% of the team were captains because they all had that desire and hunger to win games. Don't see none of that in this lot.
So you got to think long term. I mean, you can't think to the next second half of the season. You got to think long term. Looking again at the people on the pitch who you look for the longer term, who deserves the armband. I kind of know. I got my own. We're giving a shirt away. That's my tell. Sam, who do you give it to?
Kieran Tierney, vice captain Leno. The only reason I wouldn't give the captaincy to Leno because he's too far away as the goalkeeper to the majority of the play for a good 60% of the game.
All right. He's one of the youngest players on the team, though, but I think you're right. That's why I would give it to him. he's a constant, and he's a fighter, and he's what you want in a captain. Ryan, who do you give it to?
Thomas Partey.
Even
He's
though
in
he
the
just
middle of
walked
the
in the
shop.
door.
I mean, he's the only one in the middle of the pitch that has any kind of authority. And you look at him, you think, I want to follow that guy. I'll run for a brick wall for that guy because he does it. He does it for you. So you're going to want to do it for him. And if he's the one that's saying, boys, we need to kind of thing like that, we need to step it up a little bit. Even as Sam said during the game, we missed David Luiz because of his leadership. And I wouldn't even blink if he was wearing the captain's armband because he is the only one that steps up. The only one that steps up when things are going wrong. He's the only one that faces the media. The only one that says absolutely anything when the going gets tough. Kieran Tierney, yeah, I can see why he would be a good choice for captain because he's obviously shows all the qualities you want: passion, fight, desire, the will to win. I will do anything for the badge kind of thing. But yeah, Thomas Partey for me solely because if you see him running through a brick wall for the manager, I would want to do it too.
Now, I've heard this argument. Let's stay with captain and the softness of this team. I've heard this argument for young managers, young coaches in other sports that sometimes they have a problem that they're too close in age to the core of their team, and so they don't get respect. Are we seeing some of that with this club, Sam? Is that I don't want to say that's all of it, but is that a part of the problem? Mikel is, in some ways, they see him more as a friend than as a guy who can fire them.
No, I think Mikel's authority is absolute at the club. I just think the majority of these players in the club right now are brain dead, to be perfectly honest. We discussed it last week, saying that too many of these people in this club think it's a bloody country club and pick up a paycheck. In terms of respect, I think that too many loyalties lie with a certain player that is lazy and unprofessional within training. Obviously, Mikel's come in, made the decision on that subject, and he's stamped his authority in that aspect. And where these players are weak mentality, we've seen it before. They've down tools. I think they're doing so again. I think if Mikel can bring in a couple of players in January, it will shake a lot of the current squad up because they're at risk of not getting registered or not being a part of this squad. If for some unbeknown reason this club goes down the route of getting rid of Mikel Arteta, it will be our biggest mistake, although people won't see it right now, but the bigger picture, it'll be the biggest mistake of our next 50 to 60 years. I can put my bottom dollar on that right now.
No, the argument though is it's always easier to get rid of the manager than get rid of the club. But I mean, I don't think there's an Arsenal fan out there who's watched this club for any amount of time who thinks there's a quick fix here.
Oh no, trust me, there's a fair few of them. They're expected overnight success.
But I'm talking about now. I'm talking about today. Yeah, I think you've been smacked on the head too many times by this club to think now that they're. I mean, yes, we all felt optimism coming into the season, but
no. Even if we're talking about right now, there's still some that are completely Arteta out, and they can't see the wood through the trees, or whatever that saying is. But ultimately, they refuse to put the blame on these same players that have been dreadful for the last 3 managers. They refuse. And then what makes me laugh is they go back and saying Unai Emery wasn't that bad. And I'm like, sorry, are you mad? he was terrible. Like, he's single-handedly stripped out every philosophy of this team, destroyed confidence. I'd still say the team's on about 30% confidence right now. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Terrible. But ultimately, the January window can't come soon enough. And if we have to bring players in, not register players, I'm all for it. All for it.
Is there a shock movement? Is there a shock movement? I mean, I'm looking again. I've talked about another KSC club with the Rams, where they're in a similar position, where they tried to solve the problem 4 years ago by giving their manager an extension. And they gave him an extension. He was rebuilding the club, much as this one is trying to rebuild. And he went out in the first game, and they gave it to him about this time of the year. And he went out in the first game after he got a contract extension that the owners thought would calm everything down, and they were destroyed. Much like this. And the next week, they fired him. Is there a shock to the system that you could see Arsenal make? Is there a player that they could cut or release or something that would really like send a signal? Is it at that point, in your opinion, Ryan?
Yeah, I think if they just cancel Granit Xhaka's contract by mutual consent tomorrow, I think that would send a shockwave into the club thinking, fuck, these guys aren't messing around now. And it's the only way I see us going forward, because if we sack Arteta like some fans want, it's going to set us back a few years again. And we're going to be in the same position with the new manager, because he's got these players, he's going to want to bring in new staff, he's going to want to bring in players to suit his philosophy. So teaching these players a new philosophy is just going to be a shit show. So we need to stick with Arteta and sack the players. It's as simple as that. The players aren't getting any better. They're not getting any younger, and they won't learn a new philosophy. So as many as we can, I would sell them for peanuts in January if it comes to it. Take a loss on all of them.
Just move them out the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I come back to a point that Arsene Wenger said some years ago? Players will start moving for free because contracts will mean nothing in the game. Do you remember when he said something along them lines? I would move a lot of these players out the door for free, take the complete hit of them right now, so you're able to bring the players in that Mikel wants. And if you got to overpay for them, you overpay for them.
Well, they put themselves in that position, and we know that when clubs get that far and they're stuck, the only way out, the power of persuasion, that philosophy, the Arsenal knock is not going to resonate as much when you're in this position at this time of the year. I mean, it seems like they've just got to get the checkbook out now. I don't see any other way around it. Unless, again, to play for me, play for my project. But if they're not certain that, I don't think there's a fear that the manager is going to be fired, but I think there's a fear like, are you still going to be in the Premier League at this point? That's now a legitimate question, unfortunately. For the second year in a row that we're here at this time of the year and we're thinking we're far closer to the bottom than we are, never mind top four, just staying afloat.
I'd take mid-table right now. I actually would. It's a joke, but that's yeah. Can't deal with this stress.
Yeah. I think we need to fuck the league off and just play for the Europa League and hope we get back into the Champions League that way.
Okay.
Sad as that sounds.
Well, gentlemen, we don't have to wait that long for the next chapter. We're 72 hours away. Again, we thank you for watching along with us on another really dreary Arsenal Sunday. Again, we've said it, or I've said it. I need to say it here. This club makes us happy on Thursday, and they make us terribly, terribly sad on Sunday, and they've done it again. So this time they're playing on a Wednesday. It's a complete blank slate. We will see you all. Maybe that will change their Prem fortunes. We will see you in 72 hours. Obviously, we're having our pod on Tuesday evening, and we'd love to see you there as we try to think our way out of this current Arsenal hole. But again, after this long and dreary Sunday, for Ryan, for Sam, I'm Raphael. Thank you for joining us on Saved by the Bellerin. See you soon.